Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Millie Chun TV. This is Live Hot Topics. We are going to talk about absolutely everything that has happened so far this week. Um, Before we get started, the face today is full Fenty face. It is the foundation, mascara, eyeliner, eyebrows, and finishing powder. And the lip today is the Lip Bar TLB in Boss Lady. And the hair today is furnished by Sunbur. I absolutely love it. Sunbur hair. So let's get these opening situations out of the way. Also, next week's live hot topics will be at a different time. I leave. I will start traveling probably Thursday or Friday of this week. So tomorrow, no, Friday this week. And next Wednesday is my birthday. So I'll be doing that. But I think we may have Hot Topics Wednesday evening. But I will let you know. So just make sure you're checking everything. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Boss Lady Bonner, somebody's mama, Keisha, Mississippi Magnolia, Mama Dama. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone? Y'all, we got a lot to talk about, and I got a little time today. We're gonna start with um, the Carlos and Jennifer interview. We're gonna go on to Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're gonna touch in on Cisco and Drea. We're gonna talk about the Braxtons, um, and do a couple of hot topics here and there. I could have some people coming up. I'm not sure. But later on at the end, right before we leave, maybe the last 15 or 20 minutes, I put the link to come up at the very top of this. So if anybody wants to come up at the end, we'll do like a little conversation. So we can do that. So is everybody ready? Let's get into this interview. So before I get started with this interview, I'm going to say this. This this interview was for two parts, right? The interview was Carlos getting this tea out that we needed, right? We needed to know what's going on with Jen and Christian. But this interview was also Carlos checking in with his friend. Because if you watched any of it, and I know a lot of people said they couldn't watch or whatever, but if you watched a minute or 5 minutes, you could see the worry on Carlos's face. Jen is clearly his friend. And this interview, if you have really good friends that you're concerned about being in relationships with scammers, bums, no good men or women or whatever, this is how you would talk to your friend, right? So Carlos said he had met them. They had gone out on double dates. And at one restaurant, he went out to the bathroom with her. He was just checking in to see if she was okay. Jen seems to be okay. I think we all can surmise at this moment that Jen is not good at picking men. Her track record since we met Jen and in Hit Basketball Wives Miami, she's just been off. And Christian is no better. So Christian said that he met Jen when he was 29, right? Jen was 40 something years old. She said she did not ask until later on, and she realized that she had had this 6-hour conversation with this man, and they had so much in common because if he's that young and I'm this old, how could we have anything in common? So she liked him from that point. Now, what he did say when Carlos asked, did he know Jen? Had he watched the show? He said he had not watched the show. He said, but he knew her. And when she would come up on his For You page, he thought she was just a really classy woman. So their friend Amani that they have in common works at Nobu. Jen was going to Nobu. Jen was going to the rooftop. She saw Christian. He had a hoodie. Now at this point, Christian is around here doing his hair like color by numbers. When she met him, his hair was peach. And then she had the nerve to put him in the same class as Chris Brown. I didn't like that at all. And the fact that Jen is this bougie, like I never would see Jen with a man with peach, purple, orange hair. But, you know, if you need a bang bang situation, you might get over the hair. But she said she liked him. They talked, and eventually she was like, she's a loner, but she can't be without him. So now they're together, right? They've talked about him going to prison. For me, that will be it. Like, after you have told me why you had gone to prison, what you were in prison for, I think I would have been like, okay, this is cool, right? Okay, I'm sorry you had this situation. I'm sorry this happened to you, but I'm okay. But that's not what happened. So as they're talking, Carlos is asking basically what happened. Now I listened to Pam Esquire, the Law Intellect on YouTube. You could go and after this, go listen to what she said. I'm gonna give you a little bit of what she said about the documents and what Christian said about the document, about what actually happened. So he said he was 19. He had gone to the liquor store to buy some wine. Carlos was like, at 19? He was like, yeah, at 19. He said at the time he was working in corporate America, AT&T. That means he was working at a call center, because who is hiring anybody in corporate America? And I could be wrong, but I feel like it's call center work. He was, because you know Atlanta got a million call centers. I feel like it was call center work. So he said he was working in corporate America. He said that he got home, he was trying to help her with some finance talk or whatever, because he had helped her get a job. He wanted her to be better. This was very important to him. So they got into a heated argument. They had been drinking. Now, Christian said that they had gotten into a heated argument. He took the keys from her. He said, call your mom because you're not going to drive. He said he blocked the front door. He blocked the back door. And he said, he told Carlos that he decided to leave. Right? He said he decided to leave. Now, as far as Pam goes, that's not what Pam said in the court document. Pam said that the neighbors, Melissa and Brad, were looking through the peephole. They lived across the way from them, and they could hear them fussing. And Melissa, she said her neighbors walked into the breezeway and heard Madison, that's the girl who Christian was fighting with, tussling with, was screaming, help me. So Melissa and Brad went and called the police. So the police were already called. Now, Christian said he left. Now, I don't know if he actually left. I don't know what actually happened. I don't know if Christian said he left, and because she fell off the 3rd floor and broke her ankles, he found out when he called her mom, because he went back to the house, the locks were changed, and he was arrested at that moment. He said he had to move out of the apartment, had to get another apartment, but he was arrested at that moment. He spent 20 hours, he got bonded out, and that was it. And he said that he was real close with Madison's mother, and she was like, oh, don't worry about it, you'll be bonded out soon. But the way the court documents read was that they were fighting. The only place she could go was off the balcony. And when she went outside, Christian closed the door. When she got over the balcony, ready to lower herself down, she realized that she was higher than expected, and she was yelling for Christian, but he never came back. So he let her be out there hanging off of the balcony. So eventually she couldn't get herself back up. So she only had one other thing to do, was the way Christian said, he said it was really like the 4th floor, because they were living on the 3rd floor, but over garages. So she fell and she broke both of her ankles. And I want to say in the court documents, she said something about her back. Don't hold me to that. Just go listen and find that out. But I think she hurt her back too. So the girl is in the hospital having surgeries, but when she fell, the what's her name? Melissa and Brad went outside. They called the ambulance, and the ambulance came. Now that's what Christian said happened, right? Among other things. And this, we've never heard Christian talk, right? We've heard him talk to Jen on the show, and that's about it. But this, I think Carlos allowed him this space to really hang himself, because I just feel like it was a lot of discrepancies in this conversation. Because when Carlos asked him what was his net worth, he said 6 million. But then he says he had to get his family to pay for his lawyer. And he also said that when they went to court after Madison testified, she told the judge not to go hard on him because he has a bright future. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. So he went on to talk about um, how he was he kind of compared himself to Donald Trump. He was like, he was convicted but not arrested. But he said when he went to court, he didn't have any time. He had to go right in. So he did 7 years. He got out, the rest in time. But he also said he is still on probation. Now, in the documents that we've seen here lately, he can't leave. In the documents on this YouTube page with Pam, he can't leave the state of Georgia, let alone the country. So he told Carlos he still has 12 months of probation. Jen and Christian are supposed to get married next month, right? They're supposed to get married in September. Isn't that correct? So how is he going to go to Paris legally? Because clearly he's been traveling illegally. Because also in the court documents, as I have spoken about on Post, they have found where they have Jen's name in there on trips in Italy with girlfriend Jennifer Williams, in Paris with girlfriend Jennifer Williams. Like Jen, we talked about this, and a lot of people said Jen probably didn't know. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, y'all, hold on one second. Let me see. I think we have, hold on. We have a guest. Hello, True T.
Hey, Millichan. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. We are talking about the Jen and Christian situation. You came at the perfect time because I was
Hey, how y'all
loving what you
doing?
had to say. Y'all, True T is joining us for live hot topics today. How are you? Oh, I can hear a little bit in the background. Okay,
Hold on, Millichan. Let me get settled in. I'm just trying to
okay.
get this sound together.
We're gonna let her get settled in. I'm so excited. Y'all know how I love True T. Y'all know that. And this is a treat for us today. I can still hear myself in the back. Just she's getting it together. We're gonna finish because I really want to see what True has to say. This is a surprise. I wanted to say this to you all in my post, but I didn't. I wasn't sure. But she's here now. I'm so happy.
Okay, I think I'm okay now. Can y'all
You
hear me
got it.
okay?
So thank you, Jenny. So True, what I was talking about, I had got through the part with the first part of the conversation with Jen. They're on the part where he's talking about. We talked about at this point now the girlfriend's in the hospital. He's going to court now. He's getting ready to go to prison.
Yes.
I, I, the truth, yes, because he did the 7. He has the probation. But as far as the documents go, he told Carlos that he has a year left on probation. How is he going to go to Paris next month to get married when these current documents that we have, these current documents, he
Hmm.
can't leave the state of Georgia?
You know, I think he had this shit planned out. I feel like he knew that Jen was going to give him that 250K and it would be no problem. I don't know, but I got some shit to say about this because I watched that interview with Carlos yesterday. You watched it, right?
I did.
Okay, now I don't watch Basketball Wives anymore. So when I knew that you was going to be talking about this, situation, I went and did a little research. Plus, I watched the interview because I
Okay.
found it interesting that a lot of people was calling him a scammer, and there he was talking about he needed 250K for restitution.
Right.
Okay, so I want to talk about that, but first, let's get into this interview, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Carlos told her, as in Jennifer, that that was the first time that she had dated somebody that looked better than her. Do you agree with that?
Oh my God. True. Look, I had totally forgot about that because I didn't actually
Let's get
review it.
into it.
I didn't actually review it because I was like, usually when I review this kind of interview, I
Mm-hmm.
watch it as I review
Mm-hmm.
so I can just get everything. When he said that, he's very inappropriate, extremely inappropriate.
Yeah,
And did you see Jen's face?
I did, but guess what? It was inappropriate, but it was true. And she know that shit because she said for herself that her partners have been a little physically challenged, okay? And they
Baby,
have
because
because
what's her husband name? Eric.
Eric, yes.
Baby, that what Herman Munster. I couldn't with Herman Munster.
She said that she's one that can look past a man's looks. And that's true because she damn sure looked past that big ass knot on his head. Okay. And then when it comes to Tim Norman, his breasts and his hips was bigger
And
than
his
hers. I don't
hips,
know how she
baby.
looked past that.
I don't know how he had more hips. Jen has never had that many hips in her life.
Never. Okay. So I wanted to talk about that. And what else? I got my notes here. Hold on. It was some bullshit. I don't believe nothing that he said. Let me just put that out there.
And I'm with you a hundred
Okay.
percent. 100%.
And here's the thing with Carlos, right? This is what I noticed. This is my opinion, okay? Whenever Carlos does an interview, I feel like it's to help whomever he's interviewing push a false narrative. I feel like Jennifer and Christian know that the people are on to the situation, and
Yep.
he allowed them to come on to push this false narrative. I feel like that guy's full of shit, especially when he got to describing the incident with his ex and how she was injured and what led him to go to prison. I don't believe nothing that came out of his mouth. Okay.
Well, when I listened to Pam, hold on. When I went over and I listened, somebody sent me this lawyer Pam Esquire intellect law intellect.
Mm-hmm.
She said that um he was the neighbors was looking through the peephole,
Yeah.
right? And they
Yeah.
could hear her and they could see her.
Yeah.
She opened the door
Mm-hmm.
and they saw him pull her back into the house
Wow.
a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
So him talking about he's talking fussing about finances. We had a
Yeah.
little wine,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna leave. No, that's all BS.
Bullshit. And
Okay,
when
Tree, wait a
it,
minute. We're just gonna refrain just a little
oh,
bit.
okay.
I know how you can get to going, and I love it. We just gonna try to keep it together.
Let me pull it back a little bit. Okay. When he got to describing her injuries, he said that she had suffered from broken ankles. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
He told Carlos that he felt like she tried to unalive herself. That
Oh
doesn't sound like the injury of someone who tried to unalive themselves. If she was trying
no.
to unalive herself, why would she try to break her fall by landing on her feet? It sounds like she tried to land on her feet and broke her ankles. When someone
Yes,
tries to unalive themselves, I feel like they're going to free fall and
they're
hope to
just gonna
land on
jump.
their damn head.
When he said that, because Carlos made the insinuation,
Yeah,
he made it.
yeah.
And then I don't think that that would have even come up had Carlos not even made that insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
I think once he said it, a light bulb went off,
Yeah,
and Christian just rolled with it because he was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna say that." No, the girl was. The documents say that she was calling for him when she
Mm-hmm.
went on the balcony. It said the plaintiff, Christian, closed the door. When
Yeah.
she was yelling for him, he never came back. So she realized this is what Pam was saying. She realized that when she lowered herself, she couldn't get back up. She had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, if you're trying to unalive yourself, you just gonna go for it. You're not gonna try to think about how you're gonna fall.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, on concrete.
On concrete. I
Oh my
just don't believe a word that came out of his mouth.
not a one.
Nope.
Oh,
So let
that
me
was
see what else. What do you think about this 250K? Because I was listening to a lawyer speak about this case, and she was saying how she saw the transcript, and the transcript that she saw said that he only owed 12.5K.
Yes. That's
Okay.
that's that's what I saw in the document.
In the interview, he told Carlos that, oh no, wait. There's two transcripts. Yeah.
Because he said something about somebody said something about 9,000. That's all he had to pay. But
Hmm.
he said he broke that 250 down, didn't he? He broke that down.
I just no. I think he's trying to swindle Jennifer out of that money, and I feel like she's going to be dumb enough to help him with that. But you notice how he said that he has already paid that 250K himself.
Yes, he did
Where's
say
the
that.
receipt?
Well, he said he was worth 6 million.
Child. Martell said he was worth 20.
I was like, man. I mean, true, honestly, real talk. I am here for Jen being happy, but she just won't let it happen. Yes, Simone red wine. Simone said Simone. That's where I got it from. I got it from Simone,
Hmm.
and I was like, "This is insane." But when he said it on the show before any documents had come out, because after he said that under 250,
Hmm.
everybody, even me, I was like, "Okay, if you were just holding somebody in the house, $250,000."
Right.
That's a lot of money for you just won't let her out the door.
Miller John, look. Miller John, you remember that old song, In Vogue song called Lies?
True. That was crazy. It's okay, Tammy, it's not legal. It's called false imprisonment. And what it
False
means is
imprisonment.
it's not like kidnapping because kidnapping you take somebody and move them.
Hmm.
False imprisonment is when you just have them in that one said location and you won't let them out. Like you take their keys, you block the
Yeah,
door, and that's what he did. And
yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know I could do that." And did you catch when he said that's something he I'm paraphrasing now because this is what he said. That's
Hmm.
something he's always done. He was like, "I never knew that." He said, "I never knew that was a illegal." So you just locking women up in the house?
And you know what? The crazy part about it is that I feel like I heard him say, I don't think it was in this interview, but it was someplace else when he was describing what happened. And he said, I didn't touch her.
He
The judge
did.
had it in for me. And so that's why I got time in prison. I feel like he may not have touched her, but she probably felt like he was going to touch her and jumped out of that damn window to escape.
Absolutely.
People not
Absolutely.
jumping out the window for fun. Okay?
No, and not in no argument. If if
Exactly.
if, if I'm in an argument like that, even if somebody put their hands on me, I'm not. That is not even on my mind to jump out the
Right.
window unless it get to the point he got a knife, or
Hmm.
then I might have to do that.
Hmm.
But I'm not thinking about jumping off the balcony.
Right.
My try to get myself hoisted up to that. We're gonna have to fight this one out. Cause no. No, sir. I'm
Child, he is
sorry.
so full of it.
But
Mm,
let's
mm,
go
mm.
on, honey. So then he got real long winded, right?
Yes.
And the thing is this, I said this at the top of this subject. I felt like this interview was for Carlos giving us the tea about it, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Also, I do feel like he and Jen are real good friends. And
Hmm.
I feel like he was really allowing Christian to just hang himself because he talked so much about being in prison. And
Yeah.
Jen never, you realize she never looked at Carlos
Hmm.
because you know how it is when you talking to your real friend
Yeah.
and they're not looking at you because they don't want you to see their face and you
Hmm.
don't want to see their face.
Right.
But Jen was like, "Could you hurry this up?" She drank so much wine. I think she wanted to
I
reach over
saw
and
that.
get. I think she wanted to reach over and get his glass
Yep.
because I was like, they need another bottle because Jen is ready to be just
Yeah.
ejected out of this conversation.
I agree. I feel like Carlos was doing that for himself, but also, like I said, him and Jen are friends, so I just feel like he was giving them a chance to push that false narrative.
Yeah.
But do you think that I just hate the think that Jen is that dumb that she can't. I don't know if she see it or she's just so desperate for a man. She just don't care. I don't know.
Jen said,
I don't know.
okay, hold up. Honestly, he was young. He had never been in trouble before.
Mhm.
He was young. Jen, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
By the time you get by the time you are 10 years old, you know what's right and wrong. You know if you hit somebody that's wrong. You know if you have to hit somebody in self-defense. You know what I'm saying? That means
Yeah.
something happened to you is wrong.
Yeah.
So at 19,
He
you
was old
know
enough to know
when you're
better.
doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You already know that.
Yeah.
And Jen's sitting here making excuses because this is the best thing that has ever happened to her. And she has compassion for him. I got compassion for a lot of people. I know people have been locked up. I'm sorry it happened, but
Yeah.
sir, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
It's like how many times is she gonna do it to herself?
Oh my God. This is it. Jen 40,
I think she's 48 years old.
46, 47, 48. She don't
Mhm.
have that many times to do it again.
No,
Like it's almost time out for stupid.
it is. He
It's
gonna take
almost
her
time
ass
out.
straight to the cleaners and then drop her off at the soup kitchen.
My Lord.
Yeah.
But he was very long-winded. He said he was a best-selling author. He wrote a book. He's
Yep.
written another book. It hasn't been published. Um, and you're not about to sit here and tell me that at some point, now he may not be spinning the block right now, but he was
Mhm.
definitely spinning that block with that girlfriend. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask you that. He said that he has not had any contact with her since, then he said legally he can't. I don't believe that.
Well, I believe he legally can't,
I
but
don't see
like you
that in
say, I don't
God.
know because he said he moved her in,
Yeah.
and when he got out, when he got into his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
I don't know either. True. It's just I said in my thing in my hot topic. I said I have been lied to before, but I have
Mm-hmm.
never been lied to so much in 1 hour. That
Yes.
I have never been lied to so much in an hour in my life.
And I hate
I
when
just
people
felt
just sit there
crazy.
and yeah, they sit there and lie and think you dumb. Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. And so when it got to the money, true.
Oh my God.
What did you think about? It's something else. It'll come back to me. But when it got to the money, and Jen is allergic to broke, and she said he makes more money. When they were talking about, because Carlos really wanted him to break that down, how he makes his money,
Yep.
and the way he was saying it was, it
Excuse
sounds like it could be a little legal or whatever, but Jen was trying to make it seem like, she was like, oh my God, I saw him. I was recording it. And I was like, how did you get that number to go up like that? Show me how to do it. Jen, when you can go to jail too. You need
She
plausible
sure can.
deniability. Like that's where you need to stay with him. Plausible deniability in this relationship.
When he got to talking about what he do for a living, I kind of like tuned out. He was too long winded with it. I feel
He was
like,
so long winded.
tell me
I
what
was
you do
listening to
in
it
three
again this
words or less.
morning.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's never talked true. He's never talked. So
Mm-hmm.
we've never heard Christian tell his story. We've heard just little bits and pieces,
Mm-hmm.
and all that. He had a moment. I feel like Carlos gave him a moment,
Yeah.
and I feel like Carlos was trying to get something out of him. Also,
Yeah. Could be. Yeah, could be.
I mean, I know that's his friend, and I understand what you're saying too. And I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
he's not trying to, because he's definitely trying to give us the tea. But I'm looking at it as a friend standpoint. I
Mm-hmm.
would want to know everything, and I would want you to talk until you mess up. Because when he was saying that he bought some wine at 19, Carlos
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You bought alcohol?"
It didn't sound right.
It didn't sound right. Like it was a lot of stuff that didn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they was talking about the statements, he said, Jen, have you ever seen a bank statement? Jen said no,
Exactly.
emphatically. She
Yep.
said no so fast. Like, is your name Crystal? No, that's not my name. Right? Just like
Yep.
that. He was like, yes, you have. Oh, I saw. And I said, okay, Jen, all right.
They ain't get their story together.
They did not get that story together. They did not. I
Not at
wasn't
all.
ready for that.
And another thing that I noticed about this money situation, did you hear him when he said that after they get married, they're going to have a joint account, but he told Jen that she was going to be in charge of the money. So if you see them out at dinner, perhaps, and she pull out the card, don't think that she's paying for him. What did you think about that?
I thought
Did
the
you hear
same
that?
thing about that as I did on the show when he told Jen he wanted to get a job. And she looking over him like, we're on camera. You have a job. What do you mean? You have a career.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, what are you talking about? And if you know what, and if you're in that type of situation, give
Yeah,
him the card. You're not gonna have me out here looking like I'm caking nobody. I'm sorry.
exactly.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
give you the card, baby. You look, here go my card. You take it. I'll sign it, but you gonna give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Cause people out here looking. You know, if I'm sitting in Nobu and I see Jen and Christian walking in, I'm locked in the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no, no. Christian
I
ain't
was
working
I
nowhere.
was listening, but I was also laughing because some of them lies was just unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
Yep.
It was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
True, I was like, I have never. He said something one time. I said, Christian, you just need to stop lying. Like, I feel like you lying to me. Like, I
He
know.
was.
No,
We
I'm
was
talking about
watching him.
me.
He was lying to us all.
I'm talking about, it just seemed like he was sitting there just lying to me to my face. Like, sir,
Yeah.
quit talking.
I
Not a
don't like
prepaid
I never
card. I
played
can't
my
with a
intelligence.
prepaid card. But when they talked about the prenup, I don't know if I was too confident in Jen to get a prenup. She didn't.
Mm-mm.
It sounded like he was telling Carlos what we needed to hear,
Well, yeah.
but
I
the
don't think
real
she
story
did.
they know that what's really gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you think about him talking about? I just had this conversation with my dad about 3 o'clock today before we came here about Jen. Like I know she's, this fancy bougie chick, but I think she's the one. Why are you talking about my bouginess?
Yeah. And plus, I don't believe that either. It's just,
It's a lot. He
yeah,
wasn't
that
raised with his
interview was a
dad.
lot.
Now they had the best relationship. Not saying you can't do that, but it's just not clicking.
Not at all.
And
Not at all.
Jen just sitting there drinking wine. Like,
She
is this
kept
gonna
reaching
ever
for
be
that
over?
glass, honey. She kept reaching.
She was ready for that to be over. Oh,
Yep.
but I don't honestly, I don't see how they're gonna go to Paris. I don't understand how they could do
Right,
that.
because
If
he didn't turn himself in yet, did he?
I don't know, has he turned himself in?
We don't know how this gonna go because I was listening to that lawyer speak, and she said that they had just went through this. Like, what was this? About a year ago, where he went out of state and he wasn't supposed to. So I feel like when he get into court, they're going to know that he knows better, but he's doing what he wants to do and not respecting the court orders. And they probably gonna revoke his probation and put him back in jail.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
because that's what I was hearing. True, because the thing is, because he left,
Yeah.
because all of those photos that they found, and then I'm like,
Mhm.
how is Jen not up on this? How do
Yeah.
you not know you are engaged to this man? Do you not realize that they got you under surveillance also? And I just knew when I went to her page. I said, I'm too late. I should have screenshotted these photos when I saw it the first time. I was shocked that Jen still had them pictures up.
Yep. And let me just, if you don't mind,
Go
just for a
ahead,
quick
honey.
second, let me just swing back to this 250K because this part kind of bothered me. You
Okay.
know, when I heard about his arrest, I found out why he was arrested. He went to Switzerland and he went to Italy with Jen with no problem. He knew he was on probation. My
Hmm.
thing is your marriage, your wedding is about a month away. Why, when it's time for you to go to Paris, you bring up something about you on 250K? I feel like there was a way for him to try to get money out of Jen because he knew that she was going to give it so that they could go to Paris and get married. Because the same way he went to Italy and Switzerland, he could have took himself to Paris and then dealt with the consequences later. Why not? That's what you did when you went to Italy and Switzerland. I
Right?
just feel like he used that to get money out of her. That's all I wanted to say because that part bothered me. Like, are you serious?
And is he living? And then is he not in trouble for filming in California? Because does Jen live in Georgia?
I don't know
Because it
where I
seems
don't know
like
where
she lives
Jen
in
lives.
Georgia. Because she was like, we're here in Georgia. It's a
Mm.
Republican state, and they're so hard on black men. I was like, is Jen in Georgia?
She need to be hard on some black men. Maybe she won't be out of
You
jail.
ain't lying. You are not lying. a
Shoot.
hundred percent.
Mm-mm.
And you know his name is not Christian Gold.
Yeah, it's something else. I forgot it.
But the thing is, why is your name not Christian Gold?
Yeah. I don't mess with that kind of stuff. You got different aliases now?
And then how I'm gonna let you okay, if I say I'm gonna let True T handle these finances, I know
Mhm.
True T is True T. Now
Mhm.
she come up here as True Coffee Tea. I don't know
Mhm.
who True Coffee Tea
Right.
is. Who is
Right.
that? I'm not gonna be. I'm just not gonna be too quick to give somebody that's this not your name my money. Cause
Mhm.
what is his name? What is his name? Because it is not Christian Gold. It's
It,
something
it
else.
sure isn't. I think his first name.
Walden.
I
It's
think he got a
Christian
different
Walden.
last name.
It's Walden. Christian
Yeah,
Walden.
that's what it is. Yeah.
So, cause gold to me is
Mhm.
like what? How do you say? What's that word? Uh, just like a like we do with our names. Like it's a name like that. Christian Walden is what's on his birth certificate. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Christian Gold, sir, we don't even know you. So why wouldn't you just be Christian Walden?
Yeah.
That's right,
He
Carla.
he got
Gold.
something to hide,
There you go.
allegedly, in my opinion.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. And I don't think Jen, and I'm gonna tell you 100%, Carlos didn't believe none of that they said. You could see it on his face. Even when Jen was talking, he was looking like, I can't wait to talk to you after this interview because
Yeah.
you're crazy.
Yeah. You just never know with Carlos.
You don't.
Ugh.
You don't. You don't. But I had to put it because the way he was talking about Jen, I was like, I can tell that's her friend. But I think he wanted to see Christian in his face, and I don't
Mhm.
think Christian convinced him because he
Yeah.
definitely convinced
Yeah.
me. I don't think he convinced Carlos, and I
He
think
wasn't
he's
convincible at all.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm, mm-mm. No, no. But this is going to be very interesting because
It is.
next month is supposed to be the wedding,
Yep.
so I don't know how they're going to do that. Especially since he's got documents saying he cannot leave the state and he's left the
The
country.
country. Yes.
And I was like, why did Jen put that on her page? That is crazy.
It
I was
is.
like, Jen don't have good sense. What's so wrong with her? I would never do that. If we manage to sneak out of the country with this passport you done held that's almost expired,
Hmm.
we're gonna and you know what? We're just gonna get married and have that done. We're gonna take some pictures. We're gonna go to the Eiffel Tower. We're gonna get back home. Cause you get in trouble, we're not going back, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Jen is, she's a nice looking woman, right? But
Yeah.
I think she a little bit on the slow side.
And then talking about our black Barbie. I was like, Carlos, you can stop that.
Please.
You can stop that right now because I don't know who you talking about. Jen is slow Barbie.
Slow Bobby Williams.
Lord have mercy. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I wasn't convinced in that interview. I just thought he talked so much and
Yeah.
he just
Two
said
hours almost.
2 hours. And he talked an hour and 45 minutes of that 2 hour interview.
It
He did. He talked the whole time.
sure did.
And then he's my best friend. And I can't, Jen. This not it.
It's not
It's
it.
not it.
But she probably gonna have to learn the hard way. She gonna try to go to Nobu. That's one of her favorite
That's
places.
her spot.
Yeah, she gonna try to go to Nobu, and they gonna be like, Nobu, your card declined. He gonna max her out. Watch,
Oh my God.
watch.
Because when she said she wasn't allergic, she was allergic to broke. I was like, Jen,
How?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
She
You
was
know,
with
like
another.
you
Oh,
know,
I'm
like
sorry. Go ahead.
like Brandy's husband, basketball player. He got a little change somewhere. Evelyn not with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else is on there? Doug. We know Doug is doing stuff, but it's like you can't even come on here with a real job. Like
Yeah.
Jason don't have time to be on Basketball Wives because he is somewhere working.
Hmm.
But you
What
got
are
all
we
the time
doing?
in the world for all the camera, because they've been showing Jen face. Like Jen been on Basketball Wives, like she's got a lot of camera time this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know.
And I feel like that's only because of Christian. Has Christians? He's on there with her, right?
Yes, they've got a lot
I
of
haven't
camera
watched.
time. He's got a nice little check coming to him.
Yeah.
Tia P said Jennifer's family was well off. I'm sure I'm
Yeah, I
sure
was thinking that.
because she does have a movie coming out. I saw the trailer for it. Jackie Christie is in the movie. It
Oh,
does seem very interesting. It seems well written. I can
wait a
see
minute. Who's in the movie? Is it Jen or Jennifer or Jackie?
it's Jennifer's movie that she's in, but Jackie is making a cameo. Jackie is in the movie also.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw the trailer yesterday. And it looks good. Like it doesn't look like a Tubi movie. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like it could be on Lifetime. It looks like a Lifetime movie. That's
Okay.
what it put me in. That's what it gives me. It gives me like now I don't it doesn't give me it's gonna be at Cinemark or the movies. It doesn't give me that. But
Right.
it definitely gives me Lifetime. I
Okay.
mean, yeah. And Shay P said her documentary was actually good. I haven't seen that, and I heard her talking about it, and I would love to see that. But Christian definitely did his work on Jen. He
Mm-hmm.
definitely did his work,
Yeah.
and I hate that. I hate to see that. But
I
let's
agree.
hope that Jennifer ends up in a good position. And
I hope
they ain't
so.
got nothing to do with us. Christian not taking no ma'am. He won't have no money from me. But when he said he was in the corporate at 19, I said he wasn't doing nothing but at a call center. That's all he was doing.
I was listening to that. Like,
No. That
lies.
was costing the work. True,
Yep.
let me ask you this since you're here. Did you watch the Braxtons?
No, I did not watch any of that. I'm not even. I have no desire to watch that. I do not
It,
like Tamar, and I feel like the sister. Well, I don't want to say sisters, but I
yeah,
feel like Tamar treated Tracy bad, and I
yeah.
feel like they're exploiting that situation. So I'm not interested in seeing it.
It is extremely sad. It
Yeah.
is a very sad. There's only been 2 episodes. Friday's the third episode. Um, Tawanda and Tamar were
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the couch next to each other in a counseling session,
Mm-hmm.
and we realized what's going on with Tamar and Tawanda at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
when you look back at the beginning, like they never touched, they never looked at each other, they never really talked to each other. They have the worst communication ever,
Mm-hmm.
and people are saying that Tawanda could be the villain.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that?
After I was looking at it, and I was like, the way she talked to Tamar, because she was like, I meet people where they are. I match energy. I only love the people that's in my house and this, that, and the other. And
Mm-hmm.
Tamar was like, well, is Trina and Tony in your house? She was like, I talk to them every day.
Mm-hmm.
They don't talk. They haven't talked. Like where they are now, this is March where they're filming,
Mm-hmm.
and Tawana's birthday is in September.
Mm-hmm.
So from last year September to this March, they
Mm-hmm.
hadn't talked.
Sometimes it be like that. I just feel like Tamar has a very terrible attitude, and I feel like she feels like she can talk to people how she want to talk to them, and she can't
Uh-huh.
take that back. She can't deal with that when it's handed back to her. So
Yeah.
I don't feel no ways about how her, Tawanda or whomever treats her. I feel like it's deserved. I could be wrong, but that's just my feeling.
And I also saw that people feel like Miss Evelyn is a villain. Because if you really think, did you watch Tony's documentary on Lifetime?
Did I? I don't recall watching it.
It was so good. But the reason we got Braxton's family values, the
Mm-hmm.
only way we got it. Now Tamar was the moving spirit of that. She's the
Mm-hmm.
one that put in the legwork to get it. But the people
Okay.
said if Tony Braxton doesn't sign on,
Mm-hmm.
we're not doing it. Because why would they do it? We didn't know them. I
Yeah.
didn't even realize they were backup dancers for Tony.
Mm-hmm.
So in that documentary at the end, that's when Tamar had introduced it, and Tony was like, "No, I'm not doing it." And
Hmm.
so when she left out, her mother said, "You have to do this for your sisters. They need this." And she was telling them, she's like, "I do everything for them." Because when she became the Tony Braxton,
Yeah.
she had to take them on tour. She had to help them do their thing. So
Yeah.
this is just another thing, and Tony was tired of it.
Hmm.
So
That
now,
conversation sounds familiar. They said she said that on the show, right?
do what? What sounds
That
familiar?
conversation sounds familiar where Miss E was telling her that she had to do something for her sister. She said that on the show, right?
She always says it.
Mm,
And so now that Tracy is gone,
yeah.
they kind of put it on Tracy to do this season. But this is not what they need to do. They should stop production. They should stop it. We probably shouldn't see any more episodes
Yeah.
because these first two were horrible. I mean, they were so sad. And I feel like Miss Evelyn wanted to be back on television.
Mm.
Girl, they got Marla Gibbs in there. I didn't know she was hanging out with Marla Gibbs.
Wait, who? Miss E? Miss
Yes,
E? I
girl.
didn't know that.
Girl, Marla Gibbs is at brunch.
Child.
I was like,
I
this
did
is
not
your
know that.
Florence is your friend? That is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy to see her out and about.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
Did you hear that the husband? I haven't had a chance to check it out, but I heard that the husband, Tracy's husband, has broken his silence. Is that true? Because if so, I feel like he's gonna have a lot to say.
Yes, he has broken his silence. Hold on. I saw that. Where was that? Tracy Braxton's husband breaks his silence because they had two different funerals
Yeah.
because they didn't want to go to they didn't want to go to the one that he had.
Right. I heard
And
that they were saying that he wasn't respecting Tracy's wishes or something like that. Was that true?
yeah, he said, wait a minute, I think this is, oh, wait a minute. No, that's not it. But yes, he is. He said he's lost without her though.
Yeah.
And then, girl, on the show, they had a grief counseling
Mm-hmm.
episode,
Mm-hmm.
and they had little Kevin in there on Skype and the daddy on Skype.
Oh wow.
Child, while they sit in there talking, little Kev said, "Hold on." It was a knock at the door. True, it was the police, child, that
So
come and arrested the baby on the television.
wait, Tracy's son?
Yes.
What do you do?
What did I don't it was I don't know if it's mistaken identity. I think that's what Tawanda was trying to say. And Tawanda and everything was going good. The grief council was going good. But
Yeah.
when this happened and Tamar was asking Tawanda what was going on, Tawanda said, "We're not talking about it on here. This is not going to be his story." So Tamar got extremely defensive and she was like, "Y'all have so many secrets." And that was so true. And
Mhm.
so you can hear the police say, "We have a warrant for your arrest." So then he comes back and now he was like, "I gotta go." So he was like, "What?" She was like, "What do you need?" I was like, what in the world? The baby done got arrested, and then,
Mhm.
girl, his wife has served him with divorce papers. So he done lost his mama, and he about to lose his wife.
I was just thinking that was he arrested because of something that went down with his wife? I was just
I
thinking
don't.
that.
Yes, it could have been. I think that's what it was.
Mm,
Oh, girl, that was crazy.
wow,
No,
I
this
didn't
this
know
is
it was going down like that.
yeah. It is. I
Did Tawana ever marry that man that she was with?
She got engaged.
Okay,
She got engaged. So
okay,
I so no, I don't. Not yet. They're not married yet, but yeah, it was just it's a lot. I feel like Tamar. I've always said this, and I know people gave me so much grief. Grief.
right.
I think Tamar is a great singer. I prefer Tamar than Tony. That's just me. Just me.
Yeah,
It
I ain't
doesn't
gonna
have to
beat
be
you up.
anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But Tamar should be right up there with Tony. She should be right up there with Tony. She should have plaques, awards, Grammys, American Music Awards, because she is a singer, right? but her attitude and the way she is,
Yes.
Tamar has got it her own way. I went to a Fantasia concert in Detroit, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Tamar was the opener.
Mm-hmm.
Tamar. I
Yeah.
was like, this is great. I mean, listen, get to hear Tamar and Fantasia sing, but why is Tamar opening for Fantasia? Tamar
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be opening for anybody at this point in her life.
Yeah.
You
I was
understand
gonna
what I'm saying?
ask you.
Nobody.
I was gonna ask you if you felt like her attitude was holding her back.
I thought she was horrible when she was on the real.
Yeah.
Like she didn't even want, like when they would have those segments where you eat. I can't eat. Girl, everybody eats on the eating segment.
Yeah. I just
It
I
was just too
cannot.
much.
I cannot.
Never, Mama Dama. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what Tony be talking about. I have to go to Genius and read the words, child, so I can sing the song because I love Tony. Don't get me wrong, baby. Tony
Right.
got hits for me. Don't My
Mm-hmm.
favorite song is "How Could an Angel Break My Heart." That's my favorite Tony Braxton song in the
Mm-hmm.
world. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that when I listened to it on YouTube, I didn't have the lyrics because I need to know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
So I I don't know,
Yeah.
but that was basically it for the Braxtons. Tamar doesn't want to go to grief counseling, so she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't talking. She said that she's had all types of counseling. So
Mm-hmm.
even on here, she's not even playing like on a team. You know what I
Right.
mean? She
Right.
just doesn't know how to play on a team, and it's just Tony said on the first episode, True,
Mm-hmm.
how do you have a stent put in your heart and your family finds out at dinner after it has happened?
Wait. Say that again.
Tony had to have a stent put in her heart.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother knew about it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the first episode, they had all got together, had gone to dinner, and she was like, well, y'all, I have an announcement. I had to have heart surgery. I had to have a stent put in my heart. How were they just not finding that out?
Well, do you think that she didn't want to worry them after what just happened to Tracy?
But they don't say. It seems like they all keep a lot of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Tony was like, she can't even properly grieve
Yeah.
because she's the oldest sister and
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't know how to ask for help or question because she's playing her role as the oldest sister. Like Trina lost it,
Yeah.
right? And everybody's around her for Trina. But you can't just carry that around with you just
Right.
because you feel like you know
Mm-hmm.
you're the oldest. And they also said that however their family, their mother and father did a great job at raising them, but they did not do a good job helping them to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Tony said it was hard for her and she had to learn how to put her children before her sisters
Yeah.
because she was always taught that that is what's most important. And
Yeah.
that is crazy.
I can believe that. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So that's how that went. Let me ask you, so do you have anything to say about Cisco and Drea?
Oh my goodness. That, like somebody said down in the comments, that is one thing that I would have took to the grave. I'm not getting online saying that I've been with that man for 11 years when he done been with everybody else for 11 years.
Oh
Okay.
my God, girl! And people were telling me that Drea had got married. Allegedly, Drea has been married within 11 years. True,
What
she
is
got
wrong
married
with
on a
him?
show.
Listen, I did a little listen, I went and Googled everybody he was with just to confirm that I saw what I saw.
Yes,
This
I
guy,
didn't do that, but what you got?
okay, well, first of all, before I even get into the others, did you know that he used to date Jennifer Williams? Right
No,
before Drea
to
said
my
she got married?
Christians, to my Christian Jennifer Williams.
Yes. It said that Cisco and Jennifer Williams dated in like 2000 and I believe it was 12 or something like that.
Girl, you are lying to
Nope.
me.
Mm-mm. Google it. I bet you it pop up.
Wait a minute, hold on. True, Cisco and Jennifer Williams.
Yes.
Hold my mule, Jesus. And then who else?
So I know you remember Diamond Strawberry, Daryl
Oh
Strawberry's
yeah,
daughter.
yeah, yeah. Her and her
Okay.
him. It was him, Rich, and her in a
Yes.
relationship. Yeah, I remember
Hmm.
that.
And then you have Tierra Marie.
Yeah, that's the last person I knew he was talking to.
Hmm. And then Nikki Baby from Love and Hip Hop.
Yes,
And while he was messing around with Nikki Baby, he was also messing around with Masika, I believe, because Masika and Nikki had got into it, remember?
that was over Cisco.
Yes. Yes. And then
Girl,
you
they did. They got all kind of pictures on the internet. True.
have Mariah Lynn, Amber Diamond. And then he went back and started messing with his baby mama, Tasha.
Wasn't Cisco married at one time too?
I looked it up and they said that he was married to his baby mama, Tasha.
I said it. I told somebody because she was kind of dark skinned.
Yeah.
I knew it. That I
No,
knew
I
it.
believe she was black. I believe she was black.
Yeah, she was a black girl.
Yeah.
She was deaf because I was thinking she was Puerto Rican, but I was like, no, that girl was she was a
Mhm.
black girl.
Yep. And then he tried to mess with Sin Santana, but she didn't give him the time of day. And
Sin.
Sin Santana, because her brother had passed and she wanted to do some kind of tribute song. So she had hooked up with
Oh yes,
I
I
believe she
remember
hooked
that.
up with him. You remember that?
I remember that. You right.
And
You
I think
right.
she said that he took that song back because she didn't give him no play.
And girl, we had Google like how long he was on. Like he was on seasons 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because Love and Hip Hop New York started March 2000. It left 2008, something like that.
Okay.
And started March 2008. And he was on 3 episodes. Then he was on season 10. And then he did season 4 of Love and Hip Hop LA.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Sin. I see you down there. I'll bring you up in a minute. We'll come at the end. But I Cisco? And then
Yeah.
this is what I was thinking. I be trying to find a silver lining. I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe when he was on Love and Hip Hop, Drea knew this is his job. He had to be
Mm-hmm.
with all these women. Maybe she was sitting in the back, kind of like Flavor Flav when he did Flavor of Love.
Mm-hmm.
And he was engaged to his baby mama the day the show debuted. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they just know. But he done been with some women outside this whole situation.
Of course. And Samaya Reese, she wasn't even on the show no more.
Oh
And
yes.
the Jasmine brand, I believe, reported that he was dating her in what, 2019?
He knocked them down. That is crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know what Drea was thinking. Did she think that we were going to be excited to hear about this? I don't know what she was thinking.
Women, Beauty Mode said Masika and Nikki never dated Cisco. They dated Mally Mel.
Oh, okay. Mally Mel.
Mally Mel.
That's what it
Okay.
was. They look alike.
Okay. Okay. But that is absolutely a lot.
It is. Even without Nikki, it's still a lot. He took him down.
He took him down. And that situation taking it down with that strawberry girl in that bathroom with Rich Dollars, like that is crazy. Girl, why do women get on this TV and just embarrass themselves like that? Speaking of, wait a minute, saying I see you, and I'm gonna bring you up if you can wait a little bit while me and you get this done. Well, I bring you up. But girl, when we finish this, I'm gonna do my review for Love and Hip Hop. I don't know how I got back into Love and Hip Hop, but
I'm thinking about getting back into it because that situation with Rashida and Kirk.
baby, you need to get back into it from last night. Do last night's episode
Okay.
because okay, Jasmine is back,
Yeah.
right? So in order for Kurt and but true the way we watch TV because we watch TV a little different now.
Mm-hmm.
We have to look the underlining and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I've always felt like Kirk and Rashida just really. Well, I always feel like any of them. If you're gonna show me one thing on TV, don't do another thing on the internet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in this season, in
Mm-hmm.
order for Kirk and Rashida to have any reason to be on this show,
Mm-hmm.
they had to bring Jasmine back. Because what the hell is Kirk and Rashida gonna talk about?
They have nothing going on as far
Nothing.
as nothing we want to hear
Nothing.
about.
So Jasmine has come and given them a storyline this season.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, So last week, Mama D had a Mother's Day appreciation
Yeah.
and invited Jasmine.
Yeah.
Jasmine told her that Kirk is still trying
Yeah.
to get at her.
Mm-hmm.
So Erica went over there to ask Jasmine, and she quickly
Yeah.
dismissed Jasmine. Dismissed Erica. So here on this episode, Erica told her about Jasmine saying that Kirk would give her more money if she would give him more of her.
Yeah.
So Rashida's sitting there upset. She cannot let Erica see her like that. So she confronts Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk is sitting there like, I never do that. Now the first episode, well, not the first episode, but the episode when Jasmine, Kirk, and Rashida was talking about the baby, because the baby been a little truant from school. They,
Mm-hmm.
the school has called them, the social worker calling them. So Rashida's concerned.
How
Then
old is
what?
the baby now?
The baby is, girl, he like 7,
Okay.
right? So the baby, no. So while Kirk, Rashida, and Jasmine were talking, after they finished, Rashida left. This was like 2 or 3 episodes back. So
Okay.
when Rashida left, Kirk said, I don't have a problem coming to pick up Cannon, but are you going to have clothes on when you open the door? She was like, what? He was like, you show up in your birthday suit.
I
Now,
saw that.
Rashida was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So last night, Kirk lets that out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over there and see her, whatever, pick up the baby. And then she opened the door and naked. And we're talking about something. Why I ain't never heard about it? You would have heard about it if you sat there long enough, because he said it.
Do you excuse me? Do you believe that though, Mila Chan?
Which part?
The part about her coming to the door with no
I
clothes on.
I don't believe. You know what? I will believe it because I feel like they're still going at it. Because the thing is, she's like, I got receipts, and she was like, if I did have my boob out, you was touching on it.
What?
No, you messed up my life. You knew I was married. Kirk, you knew you was married too.
Oh my
Girl, I
goodness.
cannot with Kirk Frost.
Oh my goodness.
You
And
want to
through
you
all of
now
this,
you back to mess up my life. Sir, you did that. What is wrong with these men not
exactly.
taking accountability for what they do?
Exactly.
I believe her too. I believe Kirk over there trying to knock her down.
I
I
believe it too.
100% believe that.
Yep. And guess what? Rashid ain't going nowhere. Nowhere.
If Rashida ain't been nowhere when he in a hot tub, laid up,
Exactly.
and when he had a baby on her,
Yeah.
the baby already here. We already know you knocked Jasmine down. So
Mm-hmm.
what's the difference you spinning the block?
Yeah.
She know it.
Yeah. She know it and ain't gonna do nothing about it. So, and it's like, and then I saw a clip where what is that girl named? Erica went over there and approached Jasmine. Like, why is you inserting yourself in that?
That's when Jasmine dismissed her because she was like, "What's up? What you tell Mama D?" She said, "You
Mm-hmm.
you told Mama D some tea." She was like, "You not Mama D.
Exactly.
Like, what are you in my face for? I know you Rashida friend. You think I'm about to sit here and talk to you and you her friend?"
Child Scrappy done went back over there to Bambi, and so she needs something to do.
I love Bambi. Bambi had made me so mad one time, but I am back in love with Bambi. Girl, after Bambi told Amy that you gonna get slid on in your press dress, I love Bambi. When Bambi told her that, I was like, because Amy around here mad at Bambi for
Mm-hmm.
being with her dude from 13 years ago. I thought about that, and I was thinking about my mature, like where's my mature level,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't think that if somebody I knew talked to a guy that I used to go to in high school, I think I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm okay with that. I don't think I would be mad at this point.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Like if somebody married my ex-husband,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody married my ex-husband, you know, that I knew,
Mm-hmm.
because of my experience, I think I would just pray for her. That's all I can
Okay.
do. That's all I can do. I
Yeah.
would just, I know, girl, we ain't got to talk about it. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think like Amy, that's not even your husband. That's not your man no more. And then he started talking about some. All we did was kick it.
I haven't been watching the show like that, but who is Amy cool with on the show?
Amy is cool with Rashida. She is cool with because Rashida made her a brand ambassador. She
Okay.
cool with Shakana, and Chaotic was over there when she was talking to him, and it was somebody else.
Okay.
But yeah, that's who she cool with. But I don't even know who Amy is like that, so
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was something else. Let me see when I was talking about. Oh, okay, true. So this is what happened to me earlier. Y'all, we switching on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you on a blackout from Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I respect that from you. I really do,
Mm-hmm.
because it is a mess. But um, they have the new guy,
Ken.
Mr. 15 Minutes. I'm talking about the Father of the Year, Marquez. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So true, I really and truly don't think that I do that much. I just do what other people do, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I just do what I do, with what a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us do.
Oh my
So I
goodness.
went live because he made a post in his story saying that this is what healing looks like, and I was like,
I heard you mention that.
I was trying to figure out, what are you healing from, right?
Exactly.
And not that Trish is just a model citizen,
Mm-hmm.
um, or Ken, not that, but
Mm-hmm.
just take Ken out of the picture,
Okay.
and just their story, right? Because when he had his interview with Carlos, he wanted to make it seem like, well, that's what the dentist said. He had a bad edit.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt like he didn't mean that. When he said when he asked for half of the divorce, that was just a joke. But it wasn't a joking setting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he has since unfollowed me because I mean, I'm sorry, blocked me because
Okay.
I just had some things to say
Yeah.
about that. And I like you, True,
Mm-hmm.
we can't handle these weak men
Yeah.
that don't hold themselves accountable. I
Yeah.
will say this about the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. They did a flashback of Marcel talking to Kimmy, and for
Mm-hmm.
that one moment, he was accountable when he said that Mel was in a better space, and
Mm-hmm.
he said the reason all of this is happening is because he was greedy. Now we may not ever hear that again, but that was his moment of accountability. That was the
Mm-hmm.
first time, I think. But he always seems to hold Trish accountable for
Mm-hmm.
everything that he has not done. Like he said that Trish allowed Ken to take away the 6 years that he's had with his daughter. He allowed Ken to take that away in a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Trish's and Ken's fault, right?
Yeah.
So when he said that he moved to Atlanta to be
Mm-hmm.
with his immediate family, what is immediate family? Give me the definition, because I thought your wife and kids were your immediate family.
You would think so. That sounds crazy,
Okay,
man.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I also said when he was in the interview, he said something about, I he said he read the paperwork for the baby to be on the show, and then
Mm-hmm.
he said when he read it again, he realized it was Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then he also said that he's into entertainment. I said that's it. That's what I was waiting on. I was
Mm-hmm.
waiting on that because he has an agenda.
Yeah.
So just here last night, Marquez, if you're listening, I saw your live. Um, he made a post of his. Well, I saw your story. He made a post of his story.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "I'm trying to bring this to Huntsville. I want to shout out to Melody Cherie, and I hope." Look, girl, he going up the stairs. He got like a restaurant. He got a barber shop. He got a beauty shop, all under one roof. So he going up showing everybody. I want to shout out to Melody Cherie. I hope that one day your products can be in my establishment. I was like, that's it. That's what it is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
So this guy Marquez, is that how you pronounce his name?
I think so. Yeah,
He has all of those things, the barbershop and all of that.
he went. He got it's a it. it's a studio. It seemed like it was a studio at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, True. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna tell y'all. Let me see if I can just find it because I
Okay.
want to be clear when I talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
He had. Wait a minute. What was it? Maybe I don't. Do I not have it? He had like a studio at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't have it. Oh, I think I got it in it. Oh, here we go. So he got a studio at the bottom.
He gonna tell it to me and keep it 100.
Oh
So
yeah.
I ain't mad at him.
So it's a kitchen, it's
Mm-hmm.
studio at the bottom, and
Okay.
then he get ready to go upstairs. Hold on.
All right, so look, this is something I want to bring to Huntsville, Alabama. What you think, man? You like it? Yeah, Eclipse. Hey, he chilling.
Oh, they got
He
hookah
chilling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so look, upstairs, we got the
upstairs.
24 hours. Hey, we got the 24-hour beauty salon for the ladies, barbershop for the men, right? I'm trying to tell you, y'all. Hey, Huntsville, we coming. Hey, shout out to Melody Cherie. I would love to see 7th Avenue Beauty in my spot. You know, our spot. Bring it to Huntsville. The concept is dope. It's multi-purpose. Y'all can rent it out, ladies. Hey, this 24 hours too. Y'all come get y'all hair.
Okay. He
Mm-hmm.
said he did you hear him say in my spot and then our spot?
Yeah.
This is I knew it. I knew
Yeah, he has an
True.
agenda. He
I
has an
knew it.
agenda.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. But my thing is, if he got that going on, I think Trisha was just online insinuating that she had to give him gas money. So they was going back and forth on online, and she was like, "I would do something, but I would have to give you gas money." It was some crazy. They was going back and forth. You have to go check
I
it out because I
I
was
went
looking at.
I went on their stories. I talked about their
Yeah,
stories, girl. That was horrible.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, if Trish would show up on Love and Marriage Huntsville the way she showed up in these stories,
yeah.
I think people would still have their idea about her, but they would halfway really be on her side because Trish was a beast in those stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, wow, she is not gas money.
What?
But
do-
when
What do you?
look, when he said he quit his job at Lockheed Martin, I think we all know what Lockheed Martin is.
No.
Lockheed Martin is an engineering company.
Okay.
They make a lot of money at Lockheed Martin. Even the secretary makes
Okay.
a lot of money at Lockheed Money. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at Lockheed Martin. He said he quit his job at Lockheed Martin so he could go into entertainment.
Oh
He
my.
does not have a job. He is living with his 95-year-old grandmother.
Oh my goodness.
He's living with his 95-year-old grandmother.
Oh,
And then he's reading scriptures on on his stories because
not the scriptures.
with the girl, do you know what his song is?
What is it?
Man in the mirror. Drew, he is playing Man in the Mirror, girl.
No, these Love and Marriage Huntsville people are a mess.
Oh my God.
Did you ever ask him outright though? What was he healing from?
No, I didn't ask him anything because girl, he left after 6 years. He left. He was gone 6 years.
That's what I heard. If anything, the
He
kid should
was
be healing.
gone. Look, Trish, because somebody asked me what was going on with her. What did she lose? Her parents, her sister. I know her sister passed away because she didn't get a heart transplant or something like that. It was about her heart.
Mm-hmm.
But she lost her mother and her father and her sister,
Yeah.
not just like right in a year's time. So if
Mm-hmm.
anybody needs to be on a healing journey,
Right.
it would need to be her because you
Right.
got to understand. He said that he moved into his daughter's room
Mm-hmm.
upstairs. He stayed there for 9 months.
Yeah.
Then he moved around the corner to stay in his friend's house. Then that became too much, and he left and went on up 20 East to Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
So he went on to Atlanta. Trish is here dealing with real grief. And when he told Marceau that he didn't know how to be there for Trish
Mm-hmm.
because he had never lost anyone.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that because if you've never lost a loved one or anything like that, you don't know how a person is feeling. But if you have a spouse,
Mm-hmm.
your job is to be there for your spouse.
Right. Find
If
out
she
how
needs
she
to
feels.
cry, if she needs to yell, when she's silently crying, you need to have cues knowing when to take over, take the baby to practice, take the son to practice, go to
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's and get something to eat because today she's folded up in a bed because she's lost her family.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But that was too much for him
Right. His answer was to leave and go and stay with his immediate family.
because Trisha's attitude is so bad. She's
Mm-hmm.
taking up exercising. He has a dad bod, so he can't relate.
Mm-hmm.
So he just don't want to deal with Trish at all and leave the kids. I
Yeah.
child, and he about this. I can't. I can't. Girl, people talking about some. Oh, I believe. Ooh, Marquez. Child, please.
Yeah.
Any man that leaves his family for no reason, because
Mm.
he just because y'all got married at 19, that doesn't mean you leave. And if you really want to leave, go to the courthouse before you get out of town and shut this thing down. Now you ain't had no problem with her going with no man. He said he didn't even want to come to the house because Ken was
Mm.
at the house. And then did you hear him say on there, Doctor Doctor Dentist? You know I don't say that name.
Yeah.
He said I wanted to know what I want to know what your husband thinks. You want to know what Dr. Damon thinks about a man being in his wife's DM? Dr. Damon would come through the phone on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You leave,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why he blocked me.
Yeah.
But the truth hurts.
They do. They don't like the truth at all. That's
The
why they
truth
block
hurts. It hurts.
you. Yeah.
No, Patricia. Patricia said, "I'm sorry, but Trisha has been disrespecting that man with Ken. That was a reason to leave. Before she disrespected him with Ken, she was married. They were in the home together. She lost her mother, her father, and her sister. That's before Ken was in the picture. That's the moment that you're supposed to show up and be a husband. Now, because of all that, and when she did meet Ken,
Mm.
that's when she started disrespecting her husband with Ken. And real talk, you gotta have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
And I don't think Trisha was letting all her walls down because she clearly has walls,
Mm-hmm.
but she needed somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. Patricia, please understand. It's wrong. She was a married woman, and from my understanding, they are divorced now. I don't know, but that's what the word on the curb is. But this was all before Ken had come into the picture. I don't feel sorry for him, period. Because
Mm-hmm.
even with Ken being in the picture, he is the husband. And if
Right.
you love your wife, and if how you just let somebody come in your wife's life like that? Girl,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
And you said he said something about Ken undoing something with his girl, his daughter.
He said that Trisha allowed Ken to undo the relationship in a year and a half that he built with his daughter over 6 years. Her first 6 years of life.
He couldn't have did that if he wouldn't have never left, right?
It, none of this would have happened. There wouldn't be a Ken. There wouldn't be any of this. Because Trish
Exactly.
said, I wanted to be with Trish said, I wanted to be with my husband. She said that
Mm-hmm.
when she was talking to Carlos. She had no plans on this. She lost her family. She thought her husband gonna be there for her. He left. I don't have nothing for him. It's nothing. No, Trish is wrong. Trish is wrong for holding on to this man and holding on to this man.
Yeah.
Please let it be known that Millie Chan said she is wrong. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But Marquez is the reason that all this is happening because he should have just stayed there like a man. Because he got all these questions for men. What would they do? But he clearly don't have no men to answer them.
Do you think that Trisha hasn't divorced him yet because she still want to be with him?
I don't know. I don't.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I think like Trish should have filed for divorce before getting with Ken. Period. 100%. Asia, you're right. I'm not. I'm not going against you on that.
I don't
But
know because I don't watch it. I just be watching some clips and stuff,
I
but
don't.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know how it is. She seems like. See, Trisha. Trisha shows up as a liar,
Mm-hmm.
like literally. And I think the people in the chat can agree with me. Trisha really doesn't even have to speak true,
Mm-hmm.
and she looks like she's lying as she's sitting there because
Is it the chin?
it, girl, she's like this the whole time. Her head is down, eyes closed. Like, girl, what are you talking about? She's barely talking. Trish definitely should have divorced her husband.
Yeah,
Definitely should have divorced her husband, and
yeah.
especially because the thing is, Ken said that when he got serious with Trish,
Mm-hmm.
that he was like, you're living in the home that your husband used to live in. Like, we can't do this. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't dawn on her to go to the courthouse and file for divorce, but it was okay to go find a realtor and get another house and
Yeah,
move in with my man
yeah.
while my husband is in Atlanta. Yeah,
Something ain't
Trish should
right
have gone to the courthouse. 100%. 100%. Now I don't know how Martell snuck in there, but he did. He went into DMs, and it is what it is. And we can just go on and make our minds up of what happened there. And I think we all on the same page.
about. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Martell was not on this last episode, true, and I did not miss him. Like I forgot about him until the flashback.
Child.
And when they don't have Maurice and Kimmy on there, you really don't miss them. You don't miss them.
My, and I don't know if you allow the calling of other content creators on there, so I refrain from mentioning another content creator. But I was looking at someone's video, and they was talking about how Martell popped up in Carlos' comments, talking about bringing what is that girl named Ariane on the show. It's like they still own that. He don't even have a reason to be on the show. What is his storyline?
I'm gonna
I,
tell
I,
you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't gonna even lie, true. I know you on a blackout, but you will have to watch that episode. If Big Ari shows up on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I don't care what I'm doing. I got to see this because this would be epic. I mean, no, does she need to be on there? Absolutely not. And I would not watch after, but I would definitely watch that initial episode because how in the world
Mm-mm.
you have had you Martell was in Trish DMs and Trish and her man on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
know
why I
she
can't get with Trisha because I feel like she was put on this show to sock it to male. You don't think that?
yes. I think everything now people gonna sit here and listen to this. Oh my gosh, yeah, millimeter. Oh my but I think I girl oh Lord have mercy. It's crazy how you can't like this person and then like this person and have something to say about them. And
Mhm.
people say you don't say nothing about Mel. If Mel does something, believe me, people, I'm gonna talk about
Right. They just want you to make up stuff.
it. Yeah, but anyway, I feel like this last episode with Mel and Sonny, and she was talking about how she feels a certain way because Tisha and Kimmy are still friends with Martell.
Mhm,
So bringing Trish on and next week, well, this coming up week,
mhm,
when Trish has to sit there and explain again her
mhm.
situation with Martell, and Mel has to sit there and listen,
Yeah.
like I don't know how much more she can handle.
Right.
I truly don't know. I don't know because my marriage is broken up because of Big Ari. It's broken up.
Mhm.
Now we got this new chick in here out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
You to pull this heifer from Jupiter. Where did she come from? And
Mhm.
now he was in the DMs. She don't know if she was at Martell's house or the gym.
Right. How
Who
you not know?
said that? How do you not know if you're in a house or a gym? They're distinctively different.
Mhm. Yep.
And now Mel has to sit here and listen to her explain that. And the thing is this, the fact that she had any, that's just like if I go to the grocery store and
Mhm.
Martell is in the grocery store and I'm like, and I take a picture with Martell. Now I'm on here. I feel like I'm in the mix. Like I could not do anything. I would have to
Mhm.
just go in the opposite direction
Yeah.
because it seems like anybody is just anything attached to Martell has something to do with breaking Mel down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't get it. I mean, and people talk about how she is, how nasty she is, how she's a bee and all this kind of stuff.
Who,
I mean,
Mel?
yeah, to talk about Mel like that. And I'm saying, if I've been through a divorce, I don't know, have you been through a divorce, True?
No, no.
Okay, I've been through a divorce. Many other women have been through a divorce. That is a hard task. It's all depending on how the divorce comes about. It could be really hard. And the difference between Mel and most, hers has been on television. You can go on demand and see that bad boy from the beginning to the end. She
Mm-hmm.
put her whole life out there. Has she acted and had bad scenes with friends? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has. She has had an attitude with women. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
especially now, Mel seems to have a lot of restraint when she even talks to Sonny about
Mm-hmm.
them still being friends with Martell. That's
Yeah.
why Mel is not on them like that. And I don't blame her.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dentist said, and I think Carlos was really upset. Mel and Sonny need to build a show around them because them girls don't like Mel and Mel don't like them girls.
Yeah.
Carlos could not with that. She said, put them all off the show. They need to be gone.
You know, I,
Yep.
I I just don't know what to say.
It's a
I,
mess.
I just don't know what to say at this point. Like I I've never been divorced. However, I was with my children's fathers for shit damn near 2 decades. That's
Hmm.
like a divorce. I
Hmm.
get why she is how she is,
Yeah.
and she has to go to work and be surrounded by. Just for an example, she have to go there and look at Tisha and look at Kimmy when she knows that both of them knew that she was getting cheated on.
Yeah.
Didn't say nothing, and then to find out that Tisha's husband was helping Martell do what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I get that. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I feel like the show is going to be over just about anyway. You haven't heard Carlos announce that it has been renewed. I feel like this is,
No.
is out the door, and I feel like they had to go and edit the last couple of episodes. I don't feel like them going on that hiatus had nothing to do with no Olympics.
Yeah. Because the Olympics wasn't on network.
Hmm.
The Olympics wasn't on network. Like,
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
MTV didn't shut their stuff down.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what got me through it. I mean, really, this got me. Like I'm here. Like I'll be traveling this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for this Saturday and next Saturday because
Mm-hmm.
these are the last two shows before their hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
He said when they come back, it's gonna be 15 episodes. I don't know if I can be, and it's not even. I just don't know if I can mentally be in for Marquez, for Ken, Trish, Sonny, Moses, Destiny. I don't know if I can handle it.
I
I
honestly
don't
don't
know.
see how you. I honestly don't see how y'all took in the first 15. I have no interest in watching. What is that girl? Trisha, Ken. None of them interest me at all. It's like none of them have a real storyline. Like I don't understand it. And then you got Stormy on here, like mingling with what is this girl named Trisha? All of a sudden she's friends with Trisha, and it's just a
That's what
mess.
she came in. That's what she came through the show with.
Yeah. I mm-mm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I had absolutely no desire to watch it.
And then, girl, and then Stormy
Oh.
blocked me.
Girl,
Girl, I was like, I mean,
recently?
I was confused by that one. I really was confused. I was confused by the Stormy one
Did
because,
she block you recently?
girl, after Kyle had posted those 9 clips, those 9 slides, I reviewed the 9 slides.
Uh-huh.
Somebody came in my inbox and said, "Girl, I think Stormy blocked you." First of all, what? I was like, "Why did she do that?" Look, I didn't do anything. And then I was like, "Did Stormy think I wasn't gonna talk about
Mm-hmm.
that?"
I saw
Girl,
that short you put up. I saw that short that you put up yesterday. Trying
I'm
to raise my blood
demure.
pressure.
I'm
You
just
trying to raise my pressure. I wanted to come through that computer screen. What do you mean, you demure?
Demure.
Girl.
Very classy. I drink my vitamin water out of a champagne glass. I like Stormy. Girl, you got a whole like I'm sure your surgery was planned before you got a lawsuit. But honey, I think I would have had to put that on hold for a minute.
Oh my goodness. It's something wrong.
It is, and I'm not going, like I never talk about Stormy. I never talk about like even the stuff
Mm,
with the content creator and her. I
yeah,
never talked about that
yeah.
because I felt it was fault on both sides. So I said, ain't
Hmm.
no, I'm not getting into that. I said,
Hmm.
True got that thing. She done held that thing down.
I got it.
And I was like, it ain't no need of me jumping in this. Let me get on something else. And that's what I did because like you just can't be on everything.
Right.
So but I did say later on, I was like, I just felt like she could have handled that better. I felt the content creator could have handled it better. I just felt like it didn't even have to be like that. That was
Hmm.
insane,
Yeah.
especially if you're a CEO. But I'm gonna tell you something. When it got quiet, I said there are two things. I said either Kyle has gotten a settlement,
Hmm.
or he about to let us know that this thing about to go to court, and it was the latter.
I don't know if I heard somebody else say that too. I don't know if she paid him off. I feel like she do not want to give him another dime, and she is going to actually take this to court so that she won't have to give him another dime because
Yep.
she is just that slow. And I feel like Kyle did his research and he
Yep.
knew that it could possibly end up like this. So I think that he got enough on her to win this case, but I don't feel she just slow. And I feel like she's going to let this go to court and end up losing way more than she thought she was going to lose. That's how I feel.
But True, I know you're not checking for her like this, but I will
Mhm.
say this
What?
about that TikTok stuff.
What?
It ain't like it was.
What you
It's not
mean?
it's not moving. It's not out there. It's not present. It's not as bold. It's not as oh my God, I gotta get some body glaze. It ain't like that. Now she got the people doing lives. She got some people doing lives. Now she got some. It's about two ladies
Hmm.
that's out there doing them lives, but it's not popping like it used to.
You mean it's
You
not
can
popping like
tell.
it used to since Kyle left?
Yes,
I believe it. I can't.
it's
I
not.
can't understand. Not understand, but how do I put it? I just hate that she did that. She know damn well that that man came in and pretty much saved her business, and to try to do that to him. I hope that all of his connections stop connecting with her because
It,
that's how
you
that stuff got to popping over there in the first place. Then I
you
heard
know
a trade
TikTok.
market, huh?
You know TikTok is
Yeah,
because
yeah,
here's the thing.
yeah.
TikTok was still going to be with Stormy to see how Stormy was going to go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, she made him a lot of money. She did
Mm-hmm.
something that no one had ever done. So
Yeah.
TikTok is like on top of Stormy, like Stormy is this is our girl.
Mm-hmm.
But then, even with just the talks about it,
Mm-hmm.
if if Kyle was the one that made this happen,
Mm-hmm.
who do you think they're gonna really talk to?
Yeah.
So I don't.
Exactly.
So now here's the thing: if
Mm-hmm.
Stormy had Kyle doing 10,000 jobs, do
Mm-hmm.
you think Stormy knows how to continue with this TikTok stuff?
Not at all. And if
Okay,
you was doing all of those jobs, what exactly was you doing besides taking people money? You're not going to be able to run that business by
you
yourself.
should have been able to get everybody's stuff out. Everybody,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
Kyle was doing everything.
Everything. Please
Kyle,
tell me
yeah,
he wasn't walking her dog too, because I don't know if somebody was joking when they said that. He didn't. He wasn't
I
responsible
think
for her
that was a
dog.
joke. I think that was.
I hope it was a joke.
I think that was a joke too. I don't think that was true. But I mean, you could throw it in there because the man got on there for he came on to help her with
Mhm.
advertising.
Yeah.
Then he helped her with marketing. Then he helped her with the graphics.
Hmm.
Then he helped her with payroll, HR. Then he had the link with TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not the same. I don't even when I go down my TikTok timeline, you don't even see her like, girl, you couldn't go down this timeline without seeing her.
She didn't think this through at all because it's like, okay, girl, once this is over with, well, it's over with now. He's done. But what I'm trying to say is, what you gonna do now? Who is gonna help you? Like he not gonna come around and save you no more. You didn't think this
Courtney,
was true.
Courtney, was
Oh
that you? Was that you, T? Was that you when you was talking about how she probably brought Kyle in without Courtney knowing? Was that you?
no, that wasn't me.
Well, I heard somebody say how she could have like made him a partner, and then the reason she talking about let me see your day to day
Hmm.
because when the money started coming in, who said that?
I don't know.
Somebody said when the money start because it's easy to give if it's a 70-30 split, true, and you and I
Hmm.
make $1 million.
Hmm.
Okay, it's easy for me to give you $300,000. I got 700,000. I'm not missing 300.
Hmm.
But if we make $10 million,
Hmm.
although I'm gonna have 7 million, that
Hmm.
3 million gonna look real crazy.
Hmm.
And if I see 20 or 50 or 70 million coming down,
Hmm.
even though I'm gonna get my 70%,
Yeah.
that 30% is greedy.
Yeah.
That's where you get greedy. And I think that's where Kyle talking about it's gonna be $1 billion company. He talking about the projections that's about to come up, and
Hmm.
she looking like, no, I ain't ready to do that.
Hmm.
And they're saying like Courtney's like, how you giving him so much money? Well, she got to let him know she made him a partner.
So you feel like him asking for the 30% is a lot?
I feel like him asking for that 30% after she started making some money was a lot.
Well, here's how I see it, and this is just me. When it comes to Stormy, I just feel like Stormy has a history of messing over people. And me personally, if my business was in a gutter and you helped me save it, I wouldn't mind giving you that 30%.
Me
That's just
neither.
me.
But
That's
like you did on your page, true. I was like, I said, if the judge need to do anything, go on the True T page because she got the whole episode where she begged him to stay at her
yeah,
house.
yeah.
She cried because Kyle, without you, we would not do anything.
Hmm. Kyle said he got that clip too because he had saw my post and he had commented under. He said he got that too, and I bet you got a lot more
Ooh,
stuff too.
ooh, girls. Chronicles of Kim K said, "Honey, Tip Drill, aka Tiffany, ain't gonna let Stormy mess over Big Lou. We know she'll tell it all and put Stormy on blast." Girl, when I saw Big Lou in that warehouse talk about he human resources,
I want to listen. I feel like do you get that when the show comes back on to do their last episodes or whatever it's going to go on? Don't you feel like him and Tiffany about to be back on the show?
I feel like they would bring Tiff back, and I think she's in a good place because she left because of postpartum. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, but it's all depending on how her life is now.
Mm-hmm.
If her and Lou are really in a better place,
Yeah.
because TV tends to do things to people in
Mm-hmm.
relationships. I don't care what people say. Reality TV does have some weight on your relationship.
Yeah.
So if Tiffany and Lou are in a good place, if she's feeling good, the baby is good, she's
Mm-hmm.
out of postpartum, and her and Lou are definitely getting in a groove. Because their boys are older, they could have graduated by now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility, and if the money that they're making is flowing,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I could see them coming back, but if their life is good, I don't know why they would.
I say that because that little scene, oh, not scene, that picture of Big Lou being in Stormy's warehouse, I just
Mhm.
feel like that was for a scene on the show. I mean, I could be wrong. I
Now,
just get
Stormy
that.
said she was leaving. She did a whole live about that.
Right, but she have a few more episodes coming up.
Yeah,
She
she
also
does.
said that.
They're still filming. You're right. You're
So,
right.
I don't know. I just don't want to think that Big Lou is dumb enough to really do business with Stormy.
Now, Big Lou is a baseball coach at Alabama A&M. He does that,
Hmm.
but he also dabbles in human resources. And
Hmm.
Stormy has tapped in with him to be her human resources person.
My goodness.
Now, like Chronicle said, he gonna have
Hmm.
to be on the up and up because
Hmm.
Tiffany's not playing that. She's not playing it. It's not gonna
We'll
happen.
see.
So I don't know. I think that it is. I think Love and Marriage Huntsville used to really be a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason that we are still watching is because we are so invested. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people love Mel, right? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, there are women who love Martell.
Mm-hmm.
There people I think everybody probably feel the same way about Tisha, Marshall, Kimmy, and
Mm-hmm.
Maurice. I think we all feel the same.
Yeah.
So we're not here for them. Cause if everybody fell off and it
Mm-hmm.
was just those four, I would have been out last week.
Of
So
course.
it wouldn't have made me no difference. But and I think people kind of hear because, Carlos recognized the mess because I don't care what he says. If
Mm-hmm.
Carlos is the executive producer of this show, you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to tell me that he didn't know all this in and out about Trish and Kim.
Absolutely.
There's no
Absolutely.
way. That's like you having a business and you don't know what you're selling. Oh, we selling fruit snacks? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they selling good. No, you're not going to sit here and tell me that.
I feel like he was behind all of this. He knew everything, probably orchestrated the whole thing. That's just my personal opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So it's just so many lies.
And that's it, it had got to a point where that's why I was watching to make sure that I drag because they want to get on that show and feed us lies like we ain't got eyeballs to see through their mess. That's the part that I can't stand.
Oh my God. True. Look, we're gonna get out of here in a few minutes, but
Okay.
before we get out of here, we have you here. And when
Yes.
I say that we all love you for your drags, I remember
Hmm.
somebody sent me a link to you. And I don't know which Martell it was, but
Mm-mm.
you had ran down on Martell so tough. I was like, who is this woman, Harper? Who is this? Like, who is this? Like, true, it is like,
And he deserved every bit of it.
I'll tell you this though, for real. Your review after his interview with Queen Sheba, that was like, you should win an award for that. You should have got, like, what did they give out? They give out it like image awards. Like, literally, you should have gotten an image award for that review. That was, and I'm not gonna lie, true. I don't listen to it all the time, but I do go back to that.
Yeah.
I go back to that because when I just need something, like, look, it's you and Kaya. It's you and
I think Kaya got me beat.
girl. I posted something about Kaya going off on Saucy Santana yesterday.
Oh
Girl,
my
when she
goodness.
called him a silverback, I love Saucy. Let me say this. If Saucy you here, I love you. But Kaya and that gamble, oh,
Yeah.
but,
Yes.
but dude, let me ask you this. How long have you been doing this?
This October will make 3 years. 3 years.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what did you start doing?
On here, I came on doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville was my very first video. And what it was that I always knew that I wanted to, entertain the people. And so I had to prove to myself, well, I wanted to prove to myself that I could hold the audience. I felt that I could, but I just wanted to prove that. And I think that I've done a good job doing that. And then I had started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I decided, okay, I want to speak on this because I didn't like what, Martell and Ariane was doing to Mel. So
Right.
that was my very first video, I believe, when Martell had asked Mel for custody of them kids. I was like, mm-mm.
Because I listened to one of your videos before you really got onto him, and you
Mm-hmm.
were real neutral. You were
Yeah,
really neutral because you said you called Mel's feet to the fire a couple of times.
yeah, yeah.
You called Kimmy's feet to the fire. We always loving Kimmy because I thought she was the best reality person on TV ever. You
Mm-hmm.
called her feet to the fire, and I was like, oh, this is good, because like whatever it was, I agree with you. And
Yeah.
then after the Arian and all that, I was like, oh, this
Mm-hmm.
is her bag right here. This is it. Oh my God. And then, so after you did that, you just kept growing. I'm sure your audience just grew from that because I was glued to you, True. I
Yeah.
couldn't, I literally, every day at a certain time. I was like, I'm going to check on, because I didn't want to come too early, and I knew it'd be too late. But I was like, oh my God, what is she talking about today? Because
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
we just love how you do. You put that together, like sit in a one and done? Are you just coming off the dome with that? How do you do that?
Well, I can't reveal my entire
Okay,
technique,
okay,
but
okay.
you know, I
But
usually
you
just
deserve an award.
I'll just sit and get my thoughts together. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
let me jot down a few notes, the important things that I want to talk about. And I just go out. They give me a lot of stuff to work with. It's a lot of foolishness on that show. And I just go at it. And a lot of that stuff, it comes off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? The names I call them, everything.
Tater head.
So, oh my goodness. You can't tell me she don't look like Miss Potato Head. I put the picture up there. I put the picture up there.
Who messing with my boy? Girl.
What's wrong with my boy?
Oh my God. Girl, I'm talking about weak. Walkie talkie, because now, let me tell you something. I had to go back.
Mm-hmm.
This is real talk. I heard Here for High Tea said that she got that from you. I
Yeah.
went back to that episode. Baby, when you got to talk about him in that getaway car and he had that walkie talkie, I was weak beyond measure. I was like, I absolutely love her. Like, and
Can
this is
you
what I said.
imagine trying to rob an ATM and you getting caught in a car with walkie-talkies? Like, are
On
you
the day
serious?
you called in, on the day you called in,
Oh, he called off work.
I was like, my foot is dumb.
What?
Yeah, I know Mel is mad every day that she has fool with that man.
I
Yeah,
don't know what Mel saw him.
that was the best video. Wait a minute.
Well, we got to come out.
Wait. Where is it? That I
Huh.
gotta put this up here because she's so right about this. She said that was the best video ever.
Hey, Hip Hop T. Hey, y'all. I didn't even speak to y'all. Hey, everybody out in the chat.
Oh my God. I was like, what in the world? I said, and when you said walkie talkie, girl, that was
Mm-mm.
it. That was it. I thought, I felt like, you had just really, like, you're just different. Like, I feel like we all different. Like, I
Yeah.
think I told, I told my friend, I think I told her probably too. When I made the video about Marquez, I was like, if Marquez cannot handle me, I'm at a level 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even, I say little stuff, I get smart and cutesy, but I was like, if True gets a hold of him, like he is going to want to take a spaceship to Jupiter. If
You know what?
wait a minute, if Queen Sheba she will dissect him from rooter to the tutor. Like
Yep.
she will use words that he will never understand and just dissect him.
Mm-hmm.
And if Here for High Tea just let her little self get wild and free with it, it's over. The
Yep.
man would disappear, girl. He would change his name and he would
Oh,
go in the
yeah.
witness protection program and we would never again. I said, if you can't handle me,
Exactly. You don't even be going too hard on them.
if you can't handle Millie Chan, sir, this is not the space for you. It is not the space for you. This is tough.
Yeah.
True don't even watch the show. Let her get a
He
glimpse.
better be glad. He
It's
better
over.
be glad.
It's over. It's OVA. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think it's amazing how you do what you do. It's really good. It's really amazing.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. And I
Yes, because we love you. And I mean, it's like, it's just different. It's just so different. It has a different, and then it's like, I may talk about stuff and sometimes I don't go all into it, but you get into it, and then what you add is just real crazy. And I told my friend, I said, I ain't scared of nobody. I don't care what nobody say. I said, but if True T get mad at me, like, she can't ever get mad at me.
No.
I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it like
And they probably be thinking I'm mean. I'm not mean. I just
No. I don't think you're mean. But when you get ready to get in a bag, You coast on pure friction, ma'am. Like all gas, no brakes. I was, but it's good though. But I mean, and you tell the truth, like you really be in there telling the truth. I
Right. If
mean,
I'm gonna take you down, I'm gonna take you down with the truth. I ain't gonna make up nothing on you. I don't have to lie. Y'all, they give me enough truth to work with.
oh Lord, have mercy. Jeff Dundar said Miss Potato Head blocked me, and I never went in on her like that. Child,
She been blocked me.
she can't take it. She is. I was like, Lord have mercy. I
Yeah.
know she can't take nothing True has said.
She been blocked me. And I ain't never been to her page or nothing. I talk about her over here on mine, but she blocked me.
Oh my God. But girl, yeah, that review of that Martell interview, I was like, this right here is this the best video I've ever heard in my life. And then the walkie-talkie video, that was good.
I gotta
Can you believe Martell Neal
listen.
was trying to steal ATM machines? Isn't
Huh?
that crazy? Trying to steal ATM machines.
I just don't understand it. Like, what was you going I don't
Where you
understand.
gonna put it?
That's why I feel like he may have that, what do they call that? And this is just my personal opinion, the alcohol syndrome.
Wait a minute, Kim Haley, Miss Potato Head is Stormy Steele. Go ahead.
Huh?
She said, "Who is Miss Potato Head?" Stormy Steele.
How y'all not know that?
Like I was like, did Martell them have a U-Haul or? And I thought about it. I said they must have been watching Breaking Bad
Oh my goodness.
because this a episode. It's one of the episodes when oh boy had stole an ATM machine. He was trying to get in it.
And they was walking down the street with it on their back, right?
Yeah, and they beat that machine and beat that
Yeah.
machine, and the money came out when the machine just fell over. I was like, was they watching Breaking Bad thinking they can take an ATM machine?
That was insane. Insane.
Oh, she said they were watching the barbershop.
Was that barbershop?
They said, yeah. They said,
Okay.
like in the movie Barbershop. She said Barlene named Martell after brand of cognac.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That Marlene rough though. That Marlene worth. She's the biggest enabler of all. Like
She is.
the show was good even when it got kind of tough with Mel and Martell.
Mhm.
It was still okay to watch. But
Mhm.
now I get it. Like I'm in a give or take. I've been watching it for so long and I feel
Mhm.
like I don't know. Sometimes I watch the episode before I review it and be like, I don't know. Maybe I'll
Mhm.
just put it in a hot topic or something, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
It also used to be kind of fun to drag them, but it's just gotten to the point now where
Yeah.
they've just gone too far with it,
Yeah, it is.
and
Yeah.
them supporting Martell after everything that he's done. I can't get with it.
Oh, like oh girl. Oh, true. Like Tisha said last week, she was like when they was talking about Mel was trying to tell Marceau that even though if you're married, you can still have a conversation, not talking on the
Mhm.
phone and stuff. You can have a conversation with somebody that's married because people talk.
Mhm.
And then Marceau and Tisha in confession was like,
Mhm.
Mel's sure taking up for married people talking. And
Yeah.
Tisha was like, I guess Martell was right when he said Mel was having conversations with other men. I was like,
I heard that, and I guess Martell was right when he said that him and Marceau used to take down the same girls.
girl, when he said that, Marceau's face,
Yeah.
Tisha talking about where the pictures at. You want Martell got pictures in his phone, Tisha. He got
Yeah.
pictures from 1983. You need to
Yeah.
stop before he pull them out. And then he was like, and you used to blank my boy. You used to bounce house with my boy. And I was like, was he
Mhm.
talking to Tisha? I had to watch that like 3 times.
I thought he was talking to Tisha. He wasn't.
He was talking to Tisha. When I
Mhm.
saw that preview, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, Martell, no. And the thing is this, and that's why every time you can always tell when somebody to come out, Maurice comes and tries to stop somebody.
Yep. Mhm.
You always can tell when Maurice can say, Martell about to spill the beans. Yeah, man, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do that.
Mhm.
Because he
Absolutely.
definitely tried. He definitely tried. I was like, because he was talking to Trish about Marceau having meetings
Mhm.
upstairs at the movie house after
Mhm.
hours.
Mhm.
He said, "Well, you one of those girls?" Like,
Hmm.
Tisha know what Marceau over there doing.
Yeah, I feel like she know, but yeah, it is what it is. If she like it, hey.
I know it. It's a mess. And I don't, and a lot of people say this, like Lady Rita, the hate that Tisha has for Mel is not cute. It is time for that to be over with. Like, she's
Mhm.
so insecure. And that's why I was like when Stormy was on TikTok and
Mhm.
then Mel got on TikTok,
Mhm.
I I knew Stormy and Mel were about their business, right? Mel is a beast on TikTok. She gonna you gonna buy something. She gonna give you a discount. She gonna give you a TikTok discount.
Mhm.
Stormy, when Kyle was running it, she was on her thing, right?
Mhm.
But when I saw Destiny on TikTok, I was like, okay. I
Oh
said,
my.
if Tisha show, because people like, oh, I'm sure. Somebody said in my comment, oh, I'm sure Millie Chun, you got something to say. Tisha can come on TikTok. Tisha not coming on TikTok. Tisha can't even sell it on the show with them 6 bottles that she got on that show. She had 7 bottles to pack up, and the babies couldn't even pack the bottles up. Now she didn't gave her mama a bottle to put on her live. Girl, get away from me with that.
I was done with Tisha when she said that she had been working on. Did she, y'all? How long did she say she been working on that? Was 5 years? I'm like, girl, if
Yes.
you don't get out of here.
How you working on it? How are you working on it and you fool around here and copy somebody's mailing label? How
Yeah,
are you working on that?
please stop playing with us.
And then Tisha knew it was wrong and then telling Stormy it wasn't all bad. Yes, it was, Tisha.
Yeah,
That is very bad.
yeah.
It's very it's just irresponsible of you as a business owner.
Hmm.
Lazy. Lazy. It's very lazy of you as a business owner.
Yeah, and I ain't go too hard on Tisha about that because I didn't like Stormy, so I really didn't care.
Yeah. Tisha just I But see, Tisha's not going to be on TikTok.
Right?
That's
No,
not going
she's
to
not.
happen. That won't ever happen.
How did Destiny do on TikTok?
Oh, girl, let me show you. I'm so glad you asked. Hold on. So Destiny was on TikTok live.
Hmm.
So she was like, "Hey, y'all. I ain't never been on here before, but glad y'all here.
Hmm.
Um, so this is my product, Big D Energy. Do y'all like the name? I don't care if y'all don't like the name. It's gonna be the name. But do y'all like the name?"
Oh my
And then
goodness.
she put the bottle down. That's the last thing I saw. That was it.
Oh my goodness.
That was it. I was like, first of
Thank
all,
you.
when I talked about it, there were people in the comments saying I would never buy anything as a woman
Mm-hmm.
that said Big D Energy. If you in the room getting ready and you getting ready, oh, I need my spray, baby. Can you go in there and give me my Big D Energy?
Mm-hmm.
What? Yo, what? I was like, you need to fix that. You need to really fix that name because that's not a one. That's not a soft name. It's not even something that you want
I ain't buying
to
nothing
be
from
saying
Destiny,
who want
period.
to smell like Big D.
Mm-mm.
Girl, no, to put on her body. She had a body spray. I was just using this as a body spray. She had a body spray. She has body fragrances and candles. And one of the body sprays names is Big D Energy.
I feel like your body is a temple. And with that being said, I wouldn't trust what Stormy or Destiny selling.
No, it's not true. I'm gonna tell you this because I got it. I got it in my bag, and I will say this because she sent me a box of all of her things, right?
Who
And
did?
Stormy did. She sent me a
Oh,
box of all her things, and I'm not lying. I use Mel's products and I use Stormy's products.
okay.
Now Mel's products are really great. I had talked to her about it because my daughter has very sensitive skin, so I was like, look.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta. I need to know because I have done a lot of work on my baby skin. So her Mel's facial stuff is fantastic.
Okay.
Stormy stuff, I like the the oil. I like the body glaze. There are some that are a little louder. There are some that are a little softer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not gonna say I didn't get a bad product,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I'm not all these other people because I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like everybody lying.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that. But
Some may get the good stuff, some may
some
get
make
the
it the good
bad.
stuff, and some make it the bad
I
stuff.
don't feel like they lying at all.
She, yeah, she probably did. Oh yes, Color Me Entertain said that's why she blocked me because she thought those products had bought me. Because somebody said in my comments too, like, oh, she just sent Millie Chun all this. Now Millie Chun gonna be playing in our face. No, no. I am a content creator. I'm going to create content around everything. It just is what it is.
And here's something that I'm thinking. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe you got a good batch because she knew who it was going to, and she didn't want you to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, because she had contacted me and she said she was going to send me. And I told her I was out of town and I wouldn't be home for another month or so. So I
Mm-hmm.
told her I would contact her and let her know when to send it. And when I got home, her stuff was here and mail
Mm-hmm.
stuff was here. And I use both of their things. I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it, but it's a lot of people because my friend, she got a bad she got a bad batch. She sent hers back. So it
Mm-hmm.
does happen.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Carol was on the scene at the time. I
Mm-hmm.
think he was. I think he was. I think she when she sent hers back, that was in part of the time when Carol was doing all those emails and
Mm-hmm.
returning everything. I think that's when he was really working.
Yeah.
Mm,
But
mm.
I'm gonna go with whatever I trust. I ain't. Mm-mm.
Somebody, who was that? Who was that said Kyle gonna take the body glaze and undersell it, and he gonna actually sell it for $3 and and run her out of business. Girl, that would be crazy. Oh, that would be crazy. Oh, that would be so crazy. I just feel like I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Like you say, when you play dirty, you never win. So
Never.
we'll see how that works. I mean, Destiny want people to smell. Somebody said Destiny want people to smell like house spray. I can't. I can't with house spray. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Destiny. Okay, I did a whole 3-part series on my Millie Chun TikTok. Well, it's on my Instagram too
Mm-hmm.
about Destiny getting her. Destiny gets fired or Destiny getting her walking papers or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Because when I was listening to Carlos when Destiny was on her last reunion,
Mm-hmm.
and Carlos said, Destiny, are we going to hear more of your story about Moses? And she said, maybe. And he said, okay. I was like, and then shortly after that, he and Dustin were talking about it. And
Mm-hmm.
he started talking about how Kimmy showed up with her condition and she stays and she does everything and other people complain. I said, I worked in HR long enough to know what the verbiage is when people are getting ready to get fired, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he said, maybe Dustin, you can talk to her because I've already spoken to her. Maybe she'll get it from you. I
Mm-hmm.
said, Destiny on her way out. You got to understand that you're on your way out.
Mm-hmm.
And why would you bring her back? And you have Carlos had to know about Sonny and Moses because why
Of
would you
course.
bring Destiny back? For what?
He had no reason to. She had nothing going on whatsoever.
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And she still don't have nothing because she's still around here trying to. I just hate for women to look crazy on TV. I just really don't like that. And
Yeah.
she looks so bad every day.
Is that right? She got 30 days to pay 20K to LeBerick, or she going back to jail?
Yeah, 19,000. I think that was the
Mm.
number.
I guess that's why she charging $349 for a VIP ticket to her body spray launch.
Girl, is that how much she's charging?
She got 2 VIP tickets, one for $349, and I think the other one for $149. And she not even feeding them; she giving them light hors d'oeuvres.
Who is paying $400 to go see anything Destiny got going on? Destiny don't even give us nothing on TV.
Absolutely, like that's insane. Mel didn't even charge that much,
I was just about to say for a
and Mel
VIP
fed
ticket.
the people.
Oh my gosh.
Out her mind.
Who does Destiny think we crazy thinking that people sending her clothes like that? Do you honestly think the
Mm-mm.
same person who sent Tina knows a jumpsuit would
Hmm.
send it to Destiny? I'm sorry.
Of
I
all
know
the people they
I,
could
I
send it.
know I know things can happen, but I just don't think that happened. I don't think that happened. I just don't think that happened. Girl, when she said that, I was like, Destiny, you have got to be kidding me. Do you really believe that we believe that?
Straight capping.
Oh my Lord. Y'all, look, we've been on here for 2 hours. True, this has been wonderful.
Oh my goodness. Has it? I was a little nervous about coming up. You know, this like I was on Queen Sheba's, but I really don't do live. So thank you for having me. I enjoyed myself.
Yes. Yes, true. Yes. You should do lives and invite me when you can, and we will do
Mhm.
this again. You can come back whenever you want to come back. Um,
Will do.
Next week, we will not do live hot topics on Wednesday at 11. I will let you know when we'll do it because
Okay.
I'll be traveling, and that's my first day back at work on my birthday. My birthday is next Wednesday.
Okay.
So we'll do something, but we'll get the hot topics, but it won't be Wednesday at 11. But I will let you all know.
Okay.
And yes, True, please come back. They said, please come back. And
Okay.
she said, please, True, please do lives on your page. I
Oh,
told
it's
her,
coming
yes,
because I just received a notification a few days ago from YouTube saying that I've reached 10 million views. So I'll be coming to celebrate that on my channel. We'll do a live.
yes,
Yeah, I'll let y'all know about that.
absolutely True. Absolutely. And
Okay.
this, I told you, this is going to be easy. There's
Hmm.
nothing, because you just sit there.
I
Just
appreciate
talk.
you, Middleton.
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate all of you in here, and we love you, True. And I really
I
appreciate
love
you
y'all too.
wanted to come on here, and we will do this again. I love y'all. I love y'all. I
Love,
love you
love
all.
y'all.
Congrats on the 10 million.
Thank
That
you.
is amazing.
Thank you so much.
And I know I'm part of the 10 million because I'm probably at least 100,000 by myself. I'm gonna take my 100 grand. I know my part in it.
I
But
appreciate all y'all.
yes, but you all have a. I want you to stay back for a second, True, before you log off. I
Okay.
want everybody to have a great day, and like I said, I will let you know when hot topics will be next week. We will have them, but it won't be Wednesday at 11. Once I get situated where I'm going to be, I'll let you know. But
Okay.
y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good one.